You're listening to The Monks.
You're here with The Monks. I'm Josh.
I'm Heather.
And we're excited to chat. We are excited to chat.
Yeah.
I got a good chatty energy today. Mm-hmm. I think something that's very interesting. I read this small little article. They have this quiet room at one of the Ivy League schools. It is so insulated, so soundproofed that it is the quietest place on earth.
Okay.
It's such a low decimal that if you can stay overnight, they're offering over $1 million to anyone who can do it.
Any fine print on that?
Stay overnight in this room.
If
Don't
you're
leave. Ooh. Any fine print on that "Are you deaf" is pretty darn good. Can you imagine? Oh my God. I'd be like, buddy. You gotta act like you can hear for like a second.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just act like you can hear for a second. You totally can.
Go like this.
Like you read lips, I'll sign behind them. Like, we just got to get you in this room. Like, how much are they talking? Because can you imagine? Yeah, they'd crush that, right? They'd absolutely crush it. Also, here's a good question. This is a genuine question. Is that experientially, there's vibrations in the world, right? Like, I'm not even trying to be like an ignorant moron here. Even a person who is hearing impaired would have other fluctuations, reverberations, something that would distract the mind more than this room would, right? That's the whole thing about this room, that the reason no one's made it, they said on average people make it about 30 minutes, is because it is so quiet that all of a sudden you're hearing every mechanism of your body. You're hearing food digestion, you're hearing blood pumping, you're hearing literal like joints grinding.
I think they should market to Foley artists.
Okay.
I think they should market to Foley artists who are on a crunch deadline for a body horror movie, and they got to get ideas, and they're like, okay, now I'm really in it. I'm thinking, I'm hearing the bones grind. I'm thinking, how am I going to make that sound? How am I going to make this ooh, I'm really hearing inside.
Foley artists are like, I don't have to drive myself crazy. Here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a tried and true. I'm going to twist a celery stalk. Is it celery?
Celery.
I'm going to twist a celery stalk. That's his, coconuts.
We got it. Of course.
Is it coconuts like this? Maybe coconuts.
They probably do it like that, but they're getting ideas for new sounds. They go, I've never even thought about my joints grinding.
I actually thought. Here's how I know I wouldn't be the person to win this. I think you know me well enough to know you go, this guy ain't gonna be the one. I did think, I said, Heather might be able to make it, but I also thought like Heather may try to gut it out in a way where they go, she was never right again. Like you're just known around town. They go, you talking about the lady who went too quiet, the quiet lady? No, she's always screaming at everything now, and she's always talking about how bones sound. You think you're stationary, but your bones are grinding. She's always screaming at my kids.
No one can just fall asleep. No one took some Dramamine before they went in.
You get some Dramamine in you, and they just go, I'm going to have it. Can I have a couple cocktails? And we did already establish I can't be deaf. Because I have a deaf friend that would just cruise through this, I think. This would be gangbusters for him. It's like that one overly stimulating visual room. My blind buddy walked out of there $1.5 million. No problem. He was like, not an issue. Didn't bother him at all. Don't say that you can't see. That was the only thing.
Just be like, I'm Anna Wintour and I never take my sunglasses off.
Ever. Yeah. This is an aside. But like one of the dumbest conspiracies is the Stevie Wonder can see people.
What? I've never heard
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's basically just a small sect of people who are like, he can see. And they always point to something where he acknowledges something or something, and they go, see, like he like saw that and he nodded. I go, or could it be that he just happened to have nodded? Also,
or he knew, just sometimes you just kind of
like if they say, you know what I could see Stevie Wonder doing, because he's a brilliant musician. I bet he could say to somebody before he takes the stage, hey, where's so and so seated in relation to me? Because I have all my other things. So I'll now
senses, you mean?
Yeah. So I'll now kind of pivot that direction, give a nod because I know so and so is there. You know what I mean? Like, where's Prince at tonight? Oh, okay. I'll kind of do one of these. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but people are like, that's the conspiracies I miss. Yeah. Those are like the little guys that I miss. Like where I just go like, can Stevie Wonder see? That's probably not hurting nobody.
Well, it's maybe hurting his feelings.
Really? I don't even think that it said like, oh, I hope he can, or he's less than because he can. I go, he's definitely not less than. He's Stevie Wonder. He's transcended.
Why would he even, what's the reason that they think he would make that up to be?
I don't know. And I only ever heard it about him. I never heard anybody go, Ray Charles, he can see too.
But he could see.
What?
Couldn't he see as a kid and then he lost his vision?
Yeah. Okay. So you meant ever. And I don't know that Stevie Wonder didn't lose his. I don't know his origin story of when he lost his sight. It's not something that ever really mattered to me. I was like, oh, okay.
I'd be interested.
You would?
I'd watch a movie. Probably wouldn't read a book, but I'd watch a movie
How
on
come
it.
Stevie Wonder doesn't have a movie?
Because he's still
Ray
alive.
was awesome.
He's still alive.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to be, if I had a movie, like Bruce Springsteen's going around with Jeremy Allen, like, you're doing a great job.
Oh.
I said, that's how I'd want to do it.
Bob Dylan.
Huh? The accent, the voice that I did? That was Timothée Chalamet that did him.
Okay, sorry.
And
Jeremy Allen from The Bear. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's doing Bruce Springsteen. And Bruce Springsteen and him are just in interviews together. And I go, yeah, that's how I'd want my biopic done.
Is it already complete?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was even...
Yeah, because at the end of the press tour, they killed Bruce Springsteen, so they'd have him ending.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they were like...
We needed a new twist.
We need an ending. We need an absolute finite ending here. So if we're going to do this thing at the end of the press, like maybe in Cannes or something like that, we're going to shoot you. Oh, it was in there. It was there. They go, I think he might be able to see. Yeah, I hope that...
My shirt says Cans for the audio version. For the audio podcast.
And the thing that's really nice about it, if you like this sort of thing, is it says cans right over her cans. for the audio people. It's classically right across her bosom. This room, I know I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I can't handle my thoughts. Yeah. You know those tanks where they go, oh, we're going to put you in salt water.
Yeah, a deprivation tank.
And we're going to close you for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. I won't do it.
I would like to do one of those.
You feel like somebody who would enjoy that.
I think I would like to do a float there. Is that the same thing? Is that the same thing as the deprivation chamber? I think that's one of my favorite things about swimming is just how you're just kind of in your own world. You're just...
And see, I love that. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about locking you in a little tank. Mm-hmm. You're floating in pure darkness. Mm-hmm. And your mind starts to go...
You kind of feel like you might be in space.
You think you'd enjoy it. Yeah. You would enjoy it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're not an anxious person by nature, then. I think
I have anxious thoughts sometimes. Yeah, but probably not all the time. Just while I'm trying to sleep.
I just really... Oh, really? And I sleep like a baby. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I'm an outlier on. My head hits the pillow, I am lights out 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I actually take great pride in that. I feel like even in prison, I'd be like so worked up all day. I'd be so scared, and then I'd sleep like an angel. There is a part of me that wishes I could go in the tank. Here, I guess I would go here. In a nutshell, I go, I'll try the tank. I'll try the room if I trust that whoever's on the other side of the door isn't an a-hole.
What's your worry about being in the tank?
My worry is that I'll drift into madness.
That quickly?
Yeah. Oh. That's my other worry, that I go, oh my God, I've lived 800 lives and I've seen the infinite time and space that the universe has revealed in me and my shortcomings and how I'll never be. And you go, it's been a minute.
Why so negative?
What? What?
Why are all of your thoughts so... Why wouldn't you think of good stuff?
I was raised in the Bible Belt.
Oh, that's
right.
I
was raised in the Bible Belt. I went at a young age to Southern Methodist and Southern Baptist churches.
That does explain it.
It can explain it, because sometimes I do think that, and I go, I was a kid that would say a little prayer before crossing the street because I was afraid, like, if I got hit by a car, I might go to hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so sad. So sad.
And we weren't even like a hyper religious family. My dad didn't even go.
I know.
It wasn't even like in the household they were badgering me with it. But it is something weird about starting. Like, I do think there's something to the fact that I go, you wouldn't take a 5-year-old to this movie. You would not take a 5-year-old to this movie, but you'll sit them down and you'll tell them wild things. You'll go, hey, people are watching you all the time. Okay? Everything. Every thought you have, they know. Think about that. Every thought you have, they know.
Who's they? God?
God.
Why do you...
It was all because it also felt like the Entourage. Like, it felt like
They
the
all
angels
know.
were in on it. It felt like
anybody who had died knows.
Yeah, it felt like Mary Magdalene probably had if she
great
wanted to.
grandparents.
Yeah, they had. Yeah. That's the other
People
thing.
you knew.
Absolutely, your grandma knows what you're doing in there, and you go, what? Hey, she knows what you're doing in the bathtub late at night. Your grandmother knows that, and I go, my grandmother's still alive.
Yeah, but she does.
She does know. She does. You're splashing so much. You're splashing at such a rate and patter that, like, it's like, duh, dude, get out of the tub. You're really gonna be. And then what are you doing? You just sitting in it. You just sitting in it. Is that what you're doing? Because you continued the bath for several half hours after that.
Half hours.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Why don't you do? You mean like an hour and a half?
1
Yeah, it was
hour?
like 3 half hours. How do you say it? It was like 3 half hours. You're in there ducking and dodging your own stuff.
Oh God.
My mom was. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think you might gain in the quietest room? Do you think that
$1 million.
If you really think you can do it, should we just do it?
Well, if no one can, I don't know why I think I could.
You got to believe in yourself. Why are you being so negative?
I guess give me a laundry list of things. Can I do I have anything in there, or I'm just sitting there?
You're just kind of sat there.
Could I have some books?
You can't have anything that makes noise, because the whole point
What
is
about
it's so
books?
quiet. No, that's
What about
noise.
a Kindle?
You wish you could have a Kindle, a streak of your little oily fingertips on a Kindle.
I'm having my body make noise, couldn't my Kindle make noise too?
Yes. But your body is what's driving you insane. You're going to sit in there
Mm-hmm.
quietly. I don't even think they'll let you sit. That might be the first thing. I go, I can't stand for 24 straight hours.
Yeah, I need a bed.
I've conditioned myself.
Is there a bed in here?
I have
I'm
no
gonna
idea.
sleep for part of it at least.
If it was sleep stuff,
I think if I could go in while like at night,
yeah,
I think I could get a good head start on
you can
it.
get about 8 to 12. And then,
Although I do need a fan noise to sleep good.
and here's my question too, because I go, it'd probably freak you out even more, because I was like, there's a here. I do agree with you. I tend to go, if every person, I'm not a 1%er in anything I do. So if every person goes, they go, everybody taps out. I go, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, why
good.
bother?
I'm one of these people, if I'm in line at like a haunted house and people come out and they have vomit on themselves or they're crying and it's happening consistently. Like, imagine you're 50 people back at a haunted house line. Every third person has vomit on them. Every second person's crying their eyes out. Every fifth person's saying, I'll never be the same. I'm getting out of line. I don't
want to do anything that I might not be the same.
right?
But what if you're not the same in a positive way?
I can be so hard on myself, but for some reason my baseline is always like, but what if it got worse? It's never like, what if it opened something in you that kind of like settled something that had always been a bit of a challenge or something.
But I do think the opposite.
Yeah.
When I think about when I'm thinking about if I ever got a head trauma, I always think, well, maybe I'll be able to speak another language,
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just be a piano savant.
Yeah.
I've never played piano in my life. Maybe I'll wake up and go like that
You've
on the
thought
guitar.
a lot about head traumas, because when you
Well, I'm
fell at the
clumsy.
skating rink as a kid, you pretended to have amnesia. And that's such a like thought about, I mean, I know it's because everybody in your family, every woman in your family watches Days of Our Lives. And that's just like the move there. They're like, okay, this person has amnesia. That's how we get her to marry somebody who was a rapist last season. Like, she just has amnesia. That's just interesting to me how much you're like, oh, but maybe I'll bump my head and I've never thought maybe I'll bump my head and a good thing will happen. You know, a thing that has stuck with me forever, whenever you hear stories of somebody who's like, yeah, they fell down and then they just went to bed that night and that was that. I'm always like, oh goodness. That's terrifying to me.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. We're all going to fall down, you know? And sometimes too, it's like, you don't even, I truly have hit my head in ways where people reacted like, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh, did I? Oh, geez. Now I'm like, now I got to go get an MRI every time, because I've heard too many of those stories. I can't go to bed.
I would never worry about that. If I bumped my head, I wouldn't think twice about that.
No.
I'd go, well, if I don't wake up, I wouldn't know.
What?
But I would.
That's such a
be
healthy, that's
concerned-
actually kind of a healthy way to look at it. You're like, I don't know, I'll be
I
gone.
would be concerned if I thought you bumped your head.
Same. You said that you bit your tongue last night really, really bad. This is going to sound insane. It was like back of your tongue, like that.
So bad that I felt like I had a sore throat the next morning.
That horrible, and we've all done that. Like where you're just like, oh, good God. Like
all the way. I don't know how I did that.
I've done that in a way where I go, I don't know if I can continue this meal. Like, I don't know that I can keep utilizing any of these. And I thought, oh, is there anything that could happen? I'm such a worrier when it comes to medical stuff. I literally was like, do you need to go to the doctor or something? Like, I just don't want anything to happen to you. I also saw another article and I said, all right, this lines up with your old buddy Josh here. I think it was like out of Germany where they were like, they found one, and they just did a massive amount of data about, people's general health and like people who didn't really report getting sick, getting colds, like, just different maladies, the people who they noticed one common through line was they talk to themselves. They out loud verbalize, and they're like, oh, they're not crazy. That's just how they regulate. That's right. They tend to they said that it's basically like a very effective release valve for stress to just kind of let yourself mutter about it, like to talk about. And I have always been a person who talks to myself. Like even when I was a kid, I remember it was such a thing that my mom would go, hey, they actually say it's a sign of intelligence. Because the amount of times in my life that my mom's like, who are you talking? Like, trying to probably make sure I don't have like a friend over or something as a kid. And I'm like, just ba, 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 ba. I remember I was at.
You got a alien in the closet.
Yeah. I'm like,
E.T.
Oh, that would work. See, that's all you need. You just need somebody who's like, I talk to myself. We all know that. We all know that.
Just establish that in the first 10.
He's a chatterbox or she's a chatterbox to herself. That'd work. Yeah. I had a lady one time, did not know her. I was just at work. She worked for the same company. She walked up and she goes, I was watching you and you talk to yourself a lot. That's weird.
I guess you do get a lot of like people from like call you out on things that they notice about you.
I get mostly positives, but I do for some reason have where people talk to me.
We were on a walk one time and someone just screamed, he does have pigeon toes just like you. And I was like, that was, I don't know if you had to scream. You could have just said it to him.
It was
you don't have to scream it.
It was a block away. It was like, hey, his feet are messed up. They don't do, that's not normal. Oh, man. And the way she said it, oh, you're right. He does have pigeon toes. His feet do like yours. So he brought it up first. The little boy brought it up first.
Quietly. Appropriately. Quietly.
From a block away. You hold your head high, fellow pigeon. You hold your head high. But I thought in the quiet room, I'm like, would that be a benefit? Would they let me just go on to myself?
Oh, yeah. Well, they can't stop you from talking, can they?
I don't know what the rules are.
Well, look, you should have looked at the rules.
They go, he brought this up and he did. I'm not going to read the entry. I'm not going to go do it. I'm saying, hey, if you're interested, there's somewhere. I didn't even tell you exactly which Ivy. You're going to have to look at the 5 or 6 schools.
I brought a whole setup. I brought my couch. I brought my TV.
I took down some of this soundproofing. It's a little too definitely quiet.
I love how quiet it is in here. Brought a fan. Well, I might get hot.
Yeah. Brought my deaf friend. He's going to definitely do it.
He's going to stay.
He's going to definitely do it.
Can you go in with multiple people? Can we just chat?
I'm fairly confident you have to just sit in a quiet room. That's the whole point of it. Because that's the whole point
I'm going to need to see a photo.
That's like if somebody was like, for my next trick, I'm going to be buried alive, but then immediately dug up and put in a 1-bedroom condo with all amenities. You know.
Are there lights?
I don't know.
Because
I haven't been there. I should have maybe looked at it.
I'm asking because don't you think those would have a sound? So
then probably not. I think it may just be a dark, definitely quiet room.
They should get people who scuba dive to try it. They're used to the quiet.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'd like to see people who are used to being in quiet spaces. What if
I mean, this is real money. Like, and to your point, you brought up the tank thing. What if there's a way to condition yourself? Like maybe it is hard, but like if you did 6 months
so is it only
floating,
the first person who can do it?
I would assume.
Because I feel like if I start training and then I'm like, right? Just one.
Yeah, I don't want to sit over here and eat 90 hot dogs thinking I'm the next Joey Chestnut. And here comes Kobayashi and I go, so I don't get none of the money. I just ate 90 hot dogs to have a guy eat 91 and walk away with all the money. Oh boy. I had to listen to my bones grind each other for 6 months in here grinding on each other like 2 6th graders at a dance. My bones just grinding. Remember when people would say that? They're like, you go into the thing, there's going to be grinding.
But my dad always chaperoned the dances.
Oh, really?
And he always got put outside with the bad kids who were sent outside.
That's kind of good for you. You can still get grinded on them. You know, because if your dad's outside catching everybody who's smoking and trying to bring in a Zima or whatever, then you can grind. You cut to the inside, it's dirty dancing in there. So the quiet room might be your cup of tea because you're saying you have trouble sleeping. And if they would let you sleep, because they can't expect you to not only deal with the most quiet place on earth. That's the thing. I go, this isn't like a joke. This is the most quiet place on earth. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And also be like, and sleep deprive yourself. One of the things that like menopause brings to women, this is so great that people want to hear my take on this, but I did hear that it like, it's tough for sleep, that there's a lot of sleep things. So maybe you wait until you're in menopause and then you go take on that quiet room. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm really getting some good sleep in here.
For anybody as dumb as me, menopause in a nutshell is hormonal changes within a woman's body?
Yeah, so it's when you are no longer able to bear children.
Okay.
Your body's changing. I gotcha. It's shutting it down.
Yeah.
Menopause is actually an evolutionary tool for women to live longer so that they can teach the next generation.
Be grandmothers. Live long enough to be around for their grandchildren and potentially great-grandchildren.
Yes. Only 3 mammals go through menopause.
Okay.
Human beings.
Gotcha.
Orca whales. Or whales maybe in general. I'm not sure on that one.
Okay. We're not.
And elephants.
And guys, we're not going to be reading a bunch of literature and coming in here ready. Like, this isn't a teaching podcast.
You look it up.
We're fairly confident.
You fact check it.
Yeah, we're fairly confident. Yeah, we're not trying to.
Ask ChatGPT if that's correct.
Yeah. And let that be 70% wrong.
It's actually to extend life.
Yeah.
And
which is why they give it to women.
Yes.
They're like, we'll keep them around.
It's specifically for women to live longer.
Yeah.
Because childbearing is risky. It is a big cause of death for women. It extends your life because you no longer have that risk. For humans, for whales, for elephants, grandmothers are a super important role in their lives.
So not like anything in the ape family.
Oh, yes. Chimps are the only apes that go through menopause.
All right. Got to have those little chimping grandmas hanging out. It's not that dads and grandpas aren't important. It's just, that maternal thing, dude. Like, I always joke, you always joke, like, if you had 2 moms, heaven on earth.
Would love it.
Right? You had 2 dads, you're like, oh boy. I'm constantly being told I'm enough. People with like moms who don't do that are like, no.
Not my 2 moms.
Not my 2 moms. No, I'd trade them in for 1 dad. No. I think that's probably the realest thing. It's like,
I want to learn how to snake a drain.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And women could never. No, that's very interesting though. It really is very interesting. It's just one of those, every once in a while you just hear one of those little tidbits of information where you're just like, this is just a random factoid, but it's very interesting. And it kind of checks out. Like you're like, yeah, at least on paper, that seems to make sense to me to keep the women around a little bit longer. Also that old joke of like, men ain't going to be here. Right? I mean, like we have to do stupid stuff. Like I always think whenever I hear that, I go, times they are a-changing, because I remember when we were working on our house and I don't love heights. And I was like, I'll go up on the roof. I'll do that. And you're like, no, I can go up there. Like, I can go up there. You hand me up the clipper thing. And you and I are similar in this way. I think, I have pretty strong ADHD, but I think you got a skosh. And one thing with ADHD is everybody always thinks it's like the lack of focus, but sometimes it's the hyper focus that can be a problem. Like, for instance, when you're running around with a long chainsaw on a long stick where power lines are, and you're really honed in on a tree limb, my whole job was just going, Heather, you're getting near edge. You're going to fall off a roof. You're getting close to the power line while you trim tree back for us.
I just saw another thing that is an evolutionary, interesting news segment, I guess, that they've sent me. The internet. They said, we want her to know this.
The rhythm.
I'm constantly looking for evolutionary news.
Yeah,
why I don't know.
I think what's so funny is like the one thing everybody can agree on evolutionary stuff is like it ain't fast.
No.
And it's like sometimes I feel like you almost have this like wistful hopefulness that you're like, Is there any chance tomorrow we're all going to get much smarter, much better, and much nicer to each other?
On this, I don't hope it moves fast, but this
God.
it was a article that was talking about in somewhere there's chimps, and they're going to the water where the penguins are coming ashore, and they're just gathering them as pets and collecting them and taking them all the way back to the jungle.
Okay.
And then just raising them. And
I remember when you told me about this, I said, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait. And I said, nobody's helping the penguins? And you said, they said they can tell by the penguins' disposition they don't mind. And I said, they don't mind? They can tell by their disposition? First off, anybody who knows, we've talked about chimpanzees a few times on this show. They're crazy strong and very scary. But their disposition, like, oh no, we can tell they're okay. I said, first off, if a chimpanzee picked me up right now and started to walk me away, I'd probably go, okay, I can't fight it. Because on that one Chimp Love show, I'll never forget that cop goes, it ripped the door off my cruiser. Mm-hmm. I shot it in the chest and it ran hundreds of yards to go die in its cage. Mm-hmm. So I said, no, if it picks me up, I'm going to probably be like, hey, bud, loving it.
I'm hugging you back.
You're my new family. So I think a penguin with its limited waddle ability, what's it got? It has to
They
be
have
chill.
assigned the young male chimps to go out and gaggle up the ones that have like kind of wandered off.
Now, why would they wander off if they're having such a great time?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They go, oh, we can tell by their disposition. I go, you ain't ever seen somebody try to leave? I'm not an expert in animals, but I think if you're having a good time, right? Like if you're having fun, you don't leave yet. The second you're leaving, you're not having fun anymore. Everybody's been in a driveway of a get together like, yeah, we're just waiting on your dad. Guess he's just gonna, okay, I guess he's still chatting. You know, it's like, yeah, these penguins are trying to ride out. They're not having a good time. You can tell by their disposition. That's a scared expert. They go, I don't want to make the chimps mad. I go, of course not. I wouldn't want to make chimps mad. Mm-mm. That's like whenever you're an expert, like you see those guys who are really good about going around like the silverback gorillas. And I go, you know what they tell you to do when they grab you by the leg and drag you? Just go limp. Mm-hmm. That's the advice. There's no other advice. Mm-mm. It's like, don't you dare. Don't tense up. You just go for a ride. Mm-hmm. And they'll do that. They'll just kind of check you. If they just are like a little moody or not into it that day, they'll kind of just grab a full-grown man by his ankle and with no effort at all, just kind of move him 30 feet in a different direction. Mm-hmm. Just to let you know, like, if I wanted to, it's over. Right? I mean, there's certain things I go, you can't get more it's over than a chimpanzee that's mad.
Yeah, I would be way more terrified being around a chimpanzee than a gorilla.
You know what it is for me, and this is so unfair to the chimpanzees, honestly, like this assessment. Gorillas at least make sense to me. They're always just being gorillas, just regular gorillas. Chimpanzees freak me out in another way where I go, you're incredibly scary and strong, and we can't help but want to dress you up in ridiculous outfits. There's something about a thing that could bite your face off, but it's wearing a half t-shirt and Daisy Duke cutoffs and a cowboy hat with 2 fake plastic pistols that I go, this is maddening. A lot of times too, I think of chimpanzees as like crazy people's pets.
Yeah.
I know these are wild ones. But I go...
getting their own pets. Yeah.
It's unnerving to hear that chimpanzees have hit the level of boredom where you start to look to domesticate other things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I go, oh boy, okay. Because soon it'll be like, now I have to worry about AI and a chimpanzee that might take my job. Like I'm like, oh, okay. They go, well, the chimp sales are through the roof. I go, he's intimidating people. It's not fair. He's burying,
a bit of a bully.
He's burying his teeth. He's coming in with his cowboy hat. He's got his Daisy Dukes on. He's wearing a half shirt. And I thought we also had talked about what was business appropriate. What is business attire?
Yeah.
I couldn't come here in a half shirt. He's
How would
also
he know?
got
How
loose
would he
penguins
know?
everywhere. They're going to the bathroom everywhere.
No, he has an assistant that's gaggling them.
Yes, and I'd like to talk about the assistant. Are they on the payroll? I mean, these are the things that I go, it's not a one-to-one.
I would like them to get some video of the goings on, because I want to know if they're like snuggling them or if they're just kind of petting them. I know they're petting them. That wasn't
so much you to see one single tear come down. I go, oh, they're petting them.
How much are they, snuggling
Handling
them? What
them.
are they pretending like they're babies? What are they doing? I want to know more.
Because penguins kind of have the build and the body of like that. What was that one toy that everybody wanted like back in the 90s? It was just kind of like a little penguin bud.
A Furby?
Furby. They kind of have a Furby vibe to them.
Penguins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, chimpanzees will be like, we got digipets. I go, oh boy, here we go. Oh, we got dial-up internet.
Now I wonder, because I'm like, what is their feeding schedule? Do they know what they're eating? They're feeding them fruit right now.
They're feeding them?
Mm-hmm. Because they're pets.
What?
They took them. They're keeping them as pets.
What do penguins eat normally? Fish? They're just feeding them fruit?
That's what I mean. Like,
they're all going to die. What are the experts doing?
I want video of the goings on.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of penguins having diarrhea because they're like, I am not used to this much fruit and roughage. Like, this is crazy. I'm on a high protein, high fatty, like I need like salmon.
I'm supposed to be swimming.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm not getting anywhere. Every time I try to get to the one place I'd have an upper hand, I'm gaggled up by my caring overlords. Like, why are they doing this to me? And why are these experts just letting it happen? Because they don't want to say anything to them. Chimpanzees roller skating around. This guy used to work with Clint Eastwood. Like, what's he doing here? They just released him, but he gets to keep his blades? Come shooting out of there. Oh my God. That's so funny that they're not even feeding them the right thing. They're just domesticating them the way we do. We go, I don't know, this is what we got handy. Yeah. You good with that? Dry food for dogs is insane, if you really think about it. But I guess so is dry food for people. Like whenever you think about industrialized food, you go, yeah, we kind of just packing powders together and munching on that where we could just probably find that in the wild. Maybe that's why so many dogs have like anxiety nowadays. Maybe. We're solving all the problems. A vet goes, nope. Mm-mm. Really? Yeah, no. Oh, okay. I was just guessing some stuff. I was just saying I'm saying it on my podcast. It's got to be true. Yeah. I'm guessing out loud, and I'm having people go, "Oh, we don't do that for each other." We go, "I doubt it." That's probably we're not experts. We probably shouldn't even talk. Don't about tell me that. I don't want to say it to someone else like that. No, that is true. I go. I still care. I still think that I still want people to check each other. That's the lost art of check. I don't mean argue. I mean like where you go, no, this is better information. Stop it. Her little scenario. This is kind of like, we've been married for almost 20 years. Like we can comment on some wedded stuff and just some relationship stuff. We watch all the talking through wall shows. If you're talking through a wall, if you're marrying somebody after only seeing them under a blanket, or, if you're only, picking your bride based on what their Spotify playlist was or whatever, we're watching. Somebody's like going, wait a minute, that's a good one. That's a good one. Spotify playlist. And we'll host it. We'll do it. We will absolutely do it. No, but I heard this like real world scenario where this woman, her dad is like 58. And obviously, I'm sorry, I don't know who said, obviously he is now dating a new person. Her mom and he are obviously divorced. Got ahead of myself. The new person is 28 years old. Okay. So about a 30-year difference. Okay. The daughter is 26 years old. What's your gut on that? Why are you presenting to me like this is new? What's that? This is like, this is happening. This is You're telling me this is that scenario? That's happened. That has happened. Yeah. Where they go, meet your new best friend mom. You ever seen First Wives Club? I mean, come on now. That's true. Sarah Jessica Parker, SJP. How would you feel? So your dad is 65. And you are older than 26. If he started dating a 26-year-old? If he started dating, I'd be like, I honestly, here's my take. I go, I honestly think we should get you locked up. I think which one? Like all parties involved. I think everybody should go straight to jail. I don't think any of us want to see it. I can't watch these old men parade around their young women like they cracked the code, like they did something. Like they're like, oh, look at that. And I go, look, it's grossing everybody out. And then some expert goes, no, I can tell by her disposition she's happy. And I go, she's not all the way happy. Why is she toddling away, and why is he having his young friends go and get her?
I don't like to generalize. So maybe if you have a big age gap, you do get along, and it is a great.
I know. That's why we don't do these kind of things, because I also feel that way where I'm like, it's case by case.
But I would think a lot of those women think that man is going to be more mature or whatever.
No, they're
what they're missing from the young men that they are dating.
I think that's the narrative. And it can be true. They're like, oh, they're in it for the money. And I go, I hope.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so.
I hope that's what you're in it for. Because what else are you in it for?
That's actually the funniest thing. And I would assume that's the young boys getting mad. You know what I mean? That's just society in general, right? It's like a thing I want, but I'll be mean to you if you do it. You know what I mean? Like all those kind of things. Yeah, I hope they're getting paid. Are you seeing what they got to do? You ever seen old men? And I do think it's comical, because I do believe that you're right, that they go, oh, I'm going to get this mature man, and he's going to just like not do all those boyish things that these boys are doing. And I go, yeah, he will. Only now he's got a leak in his.
Now it's gross.
Yeah, he's gross, and he's still doing it. Right, and he's got to casually talk about how when he gets done urinating, he's got a little leakage.
Yeah, we can smell it.
Yep, we can smell it, my dude. We can smell it, and we all have to act like you're not in shoes that are special orthopedics. And we got to talk about, like, there's nothing I enjoy more than when I have to relate to a really old person. I go, oh, yeah, I'm tripping all the time, too. No, I'm not. I have perfect balance. That's how you relate. But I go, yeah, dude, they're doing work. Like, if a woman is 28 and she's dating a 58-year-old, and they go, it's for the money, I go, it should be. That's a lot of years, dude.
But I mean, depending on the guy, maybe he's still like kind of.
He could be incredibly handsome and incredibly fit, but you are still jumping 30 years.
Maybe they want to die at the same time.
I don't know if that's possible. If the woman's 30 years your junior, like she's going to have much time. A woman who's 30 years older, I go, you might genuinely die at the same time.
If we broke up, would you date somebody younger?
Yes, but not like that. Like. Well, I wouldn't instinctively go, they have to be my age or older, but I would not be dating somebody who's 20 years younger than me or something. Like, to me, I'm 42. If I dated a 35-year-old, do I think we can communicate and understand each other?
That's not what I meant.
You mean like young?
I meant young.
No, I wouldn't be into it. Yeah. It wouldn't be my thing.
I would only date young. Because yeah,
because I want to control them.
I don't want. I only want you sometimes. I don't want full-on relationship.
Oh, you want to get ghosted sometimes. Like you're like, okay, cool. Bye. Yeah, bye. See, I more so was looking to have like a real human connection.
Yeah, not me.
The real reason I don't think that I would enjoy it is I interface with young people just in a casual way sometimes, and not for me. You know what I mean? And that's no shade. That's just I think that's the normal transition of things. I go, what are we going to talk about? Skibbity toilet? Like, you imagine that? Like, you're at like some fine dining restaurant and you're like, so, skibbity toilet. And you're just
toilet. Like 6'7",
yeah, 6'7", yeah, 6'7". Oh, okay, cool. Ohio, skibbity riz. What's happening? I'm so sorry. What's happening? Like, can I have can I have the chef come out and they go, is the food not okay? I go, is he older? Can I just talk with him for a second? I need to rebound. I'm starting to think I'm having a stroke.
I need some chat.
Yeah, I'm just starting to, I'm getting, my equilibrium's getting messed up. Like, I feel like I'm trying to walk on the moon here. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's so disorienting what we're doing. Why we got iPads out? Why do we have an iPad here? And I'm a TV eater, but why do we got an iPad out?
Yeah, I got my cat ear headphones that are giant.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't watch somebody watch Oppenheimer on an iPhone 11.
You think they're watching Oppenheimer?
Yeah. Okay. Probably.
They're also watching Skibbity Toilet.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. I go, look, you're all over the thing.
Multifaceted.
And what I'm saying is, so are we, but your spectrum's just too way over here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know Skibbity Toilet.
But you know Oppenheimer.
I do know Oppenheimer.
That's your chat.
And here's
That's your in.
And here's the thing. Have I watched the first Skibbity Toilet? I have, because I had to know. Have I watched a frame of Oppenheimer? I have not. I have not. I said, that's the one where they made a nuclear bomb? Okay. No, thanks. I haven't watched the new Bob Dylan, bio. It's like, I got to watch Dylan before I watch the guy who made a nuke.
Yeah.
Sorry, they go, he's a genius. I go, he wasn't smart enough not to make a nuke. That feels
a
like
lot of self-editing and real geniuses.
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah. I just think it's so funny how many times they go, so and so is a genius, and I go, but like not all the way. Because to me, it's somebody who is a genius who goes, oh, burn all of that. Burn that. Kill him if he even saw it. Like, it's better to kill one dude who saw what this could be than what we actually do. You know what's funny? We brought up the age thing. I just have no strong feeling on it.
Yeah, I really don't care either way.
I don't give a crap. I only care about what's happening in my life.
I honestly don't care if you're a million years old and some young girl is marrying you for your money and people are like, what? That's poor man. And I go, he wants to date her. Shut up. Get out of their business. I
always think that's so weird. And I don't want to make a person like a piece of property, but I go, the thought process behind that, because they do always go like, oh my God, like he's a victim or something. And I go, there's no different than when they sell an 88-year-old a McLaren for $3 million. I go, this guy even does the speed of this once he's dead. Like, this is a stupid purchase. He's probably going to enjoy that purchase a lot more. And then realistically, she's not having to do much here. Let's be realistic about the human body. I always think that's funny too, where they go, I go, she's not having to do much, but probably just like be present. You know what I mean? This guy's not functioning in any real way.
And only present if they're going out into public.
Exactly. A lot of it, truthfully.
Hopefully for her. Hopefully she's not caretaking.
Yeah. Well, there's probably some of that, but I would assume that a large part of the hard part of it is probably less what everybody thinks. Like, you know, they're like, oh my God, this is so. Yeah, I was like, it's probably just the amount of time you sit scrolling on your phone at an island of an oversized mansion, totally disconnected from any joy. You know, watching your friends who don't technically have what you have monetarily at least get to have like fun. And you're just trying to explain for the umpteenth time what happened on the last episode of Severance. You know, you're just like,
I can't imagine watching Severance at that age.
Right? You're perpetually trying to basically explain to your parents about a show. Grandparents about, yeah, right. It's like you're trying to go to your grandpa
who has dementia,
potentially dementia, but lots of money, and again talk him through who Sabrina Carpenter is and why you need the tickets to the show. And you'd like to get the backstage passes. You need the backstage passes. And you want to get there early. Oh, God, you got to get there early because you like the opener. And they're like, yeah, oh, my God, I can't with this guy again. That's what it is. It's mostly just that. It's mostly just pureeing things into softer things so that it can be slurped up. When you're young, you think old people are going to be wise or have grown up in some way. And you grow, but there's definitely a point where you're like, we're there. That's it. Like I can tell, I go, I'm grown.
Yeah. Lessons learned already.
Yep. Like I may, and I'm pretty open. You're pretty open. That definitely like plays a part, but I do think like the realest thing is this. I go, dude, for as long as I can remember back, I've been me. You know what I mean? I'm going to be me when it's like lights out. It's going to be a version of what I've always known. You know, you can grow in other ways, but I do think you're kind of core deal. You're like, yep, I'm that goofball.
It's funny because I know certain times I remember throughout my life wondering, I wonder if I'm the same personality. I wonder if I've changed.
Do you feel like on the grand scheme of things, do you feel like, oh yeah, I've always kind of been the same person? But obviously you're growing and changing and
I guess I question that, but I do think I probably have been.
Yeah. I think it surprises me sometimes how much I am the same person and how different I feel at times. But like, I don't know, like those things, it's not that different. Because even my insecurities now, I go, yeah, this would have been a more heightened version of this at a young age. Like I wouldn't have known how to regulate it or whatever. But the initial thought that inevitably happens to you any time in life, I go, yeah, this has pretty much been the same since I can remember.
Do you think I've been the same?
Yeah.
Since you've known me?
I think you've grown. I think that we've both, we try to like, you know, be better for ourselves, be better for each other and stuff. Yeah, of course. At the same time, it's not like I walk in and go, who is this? Who? Now, we are so intertwined. I don't know if it's two trees that grew together and you can't tell where one ends and the other begins because we've been together since we were 19.
Sometimes when you have a spark with somebody, you just have it. Just
boom.
It's that.
Absolutely.
That's your person. I don't know.
Yeah. You've been my person
I've
since
felt,
the moment.
felt it and felt it.
You've been the person since the moment I met you.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
I'm going to be with this person forever if she'll have me. And we spent like basically all our time together since that point.
Yeah.
And every time I try to toddle away,
I guess
you come and you get me and they go, he's okay.
I gaggle.
He's okay. He's getting
gaggle.
gaggled up.
His disposition seems like he's enjoying it.
Just one single. Why I don't want to eat any more fruit. Heather, do you have any more thoughts, feelings, or jokes?
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about joking around about these chimps having pet penguins, I'm wondering, is that real?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that might be worth a Google because like whenever you said you showed me the story and I did, it's one of those things you don't care enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, oh, my chimp mare's doing what?
If it's not real, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, please.
I'll just Google it. I'll just Google it. But I did think, and this is, I could be wrong, but I was like, are areas that have chimpanzees also known to have penguins? You know what I mean? Is that bad? I don't think so.
No,
right?
I agree.
Are chimps
I don't know.
domesticating penguins for search? So we're not the only ones.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
No, chimpanzees are not domesticating penguins. This is a viral hoax that the monks fell for that originated on social media. The story is false because chimpanzees and penguins live in completely different habitats. That tracks. And there is no scientific evidence to support the claim. The images associated with the hoax are likely AI generated, which is a problem.
It is a problem.
It is a problem.
And I can't trust myself anymore.
Also, another hoax chimp story so we can get out ahead of this one, and maybe so can anyone who listens to the show. Chimps are also not making masks out of leaves and bark and robbing local fruit stands. They're really out here.
I mean, I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad they're not doing this. The robbing of fruit stands.
They are really, though, throwing a lot of dirt on chimpanzee's name because I was like, well, hold on. We had that whole fun. I mean, because the whole time we were like, oh, that wouldn't be good. And then to think that there's another one we just didn't catch that was like, they're robbing fruit stands. And I go, well, first off, if a chimpanzee wants fruit, you know what I mean? It's like when a coyote comes in your neighborhood, everybody freaks out. And I go, we're in their habitat. I mean, we got to at least own that a little bit. Pick up your dog. Remember, like in LA, by the way, we were just out back. And this is back when I smoked. So I'm smoking a cigarette out in like the back street. And that guy just came buzzing like speed walk up the hill and he goes, coyote. I'll remember that till I die.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, our dog's fine. he had like a little tiny dog. That always cracked me up. Yeah, so that's a hoax.
Oh, I'm sad. I'd be more into it being a hoax if Bruce Springsteen was here to reveal this twist to us.
What Bruce Springsteen? Because of his movie?
Because he had that twist ending where he killed himself.
Oh, God. Well, he didn't kill himself. The studio killed him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I like to think he was like,
he didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Any other thoughts, feelings, or jokes?
No.
No? I love you.
I love you.
We didn't hit record. We didn't hit record.